let's make tomato curry. You're gonna need these ingredients: chilies, tomatoes, an onion, salt, chili powder, minced garlic, curry powder, coconut milk, and then sugar. First of all, I started cutting my tomatoes into bite-sized pieces. I actually had my other 3 tomatoes cut already. I just wanted to show you how I do it. And after I cut it, I just put the tomatoes aside. Next, I started cutting my onion. Kind of had a little trouble cutting it. It was pretty hard. I just cut the top and the bottom because you can't eat them. And then I cut the onion in half. You see me struggling. And then after I cut it, there's a little skin that you have to take off. Took it off, and then I cut it into small pieces. You'll see when I do it. And right here I started to cut my onion. Just be careful when you cut your onion. You could cut your finger pretty easily. By the time I was cutting right here, I was crying. And after I cut my onions, I set it aside and get started on my next one. And there's what I cut. And I get started on my chili. I don't know why I cut it sideways. I've just always seen my mom cut chili sideways, so that's what I did after I grew up too. I cut about 2 or 3 chilies, and then after I cut it, I just set it aside. It's pretty easy to cut that. And then after I get it all cut, I grab my pan and I put about 4 or 5 tablespoons worth of oil in it, and then I put 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. The oil was pretty hot when I did it. I made sure to make the oil hot. And that's why you see the garlic basically sizzling. And I mixed it around a little bit. And then after I mixed it around, I grabbed my onions. And then I put my onions in there. Be careful when you do it because the oil is hot. And then after I put my onions in there, I grabbed the chilies, and then I put all my chilies in there. And after I put my chili in there, I make sure to stir it around a little bit. And you have to saute onions for about 2-3 minutes. It doesn't have to be really or soft or anything. Then I put about 3-4 tablespoons of curry powder, and then the same amount of chili powder in it, and then I mixed it around. And I didn't show you guys on here, but I added a little bit more oil because it seemed like a little too dry for me, so I added a little bit of oil. And then I just let it sit for about 5 minutes. And then after I did that, I added the tomatoes, and then I mixed it around a little bit. grabbed a cup and I filled my cup, well, 1 cup, and like a half of water until I see the tomatoes basically is all in the water. And when you are at this step, make sure to have your stove around medium-high heat. I have a electric stove, so I have it about, I think, like 7.0. And then I added a little bit of salt. And you hear my little munchkin right there. My little chunkers. And then I got my tomato curry to a boil, basically. Sorry you can't see. And then I stirred it around a little bit. And then I had my coconut milk opened already. I put like a little bit in there. Basically, I put like almost like half of the can in it, more than half. After I put the coconut milk in, I made sure to make the tomato curry come to a boil. Basically, at this point, it's done. I turned off my oven, and then that's when I put the sugar in it. You see me using half of a tablespoon to put the sugar in. I put about 6 scoops of it, so basically 3 tablespoons. I wanted my tomato curry to be a little sweeter, so I put another one, and I didn't show it on camera. I'm sorry about that. The sugar in, I make sure to stir it around, and then that's about it. And the stove is off, everything's done, and this is how you make a tomato curry. I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you for watching.